Hello and welcome to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. I am neither Ryan nor other Ryan. I am Grant, the guest. Thank you for listening, y'all.
All right, here we are.
Here we are.
Episode 5
Yeah, you guys made it.
of the Myanmar podcast.
Myanmar. That's funny that you say that when you... I don't know if you intentionally almost said that in the last episode, but that's the first thing that I heard when you said it.
I don't think I consciously made the decision to say it, but it came out.
Yeah.
And it felt
A
good.
little Freudian slip.
So I just let it continue
Yeah.
to come out. And it's going to keep coming out, it seems like, because I didn't really do it on purpose that
Seems like a
time
good
either.
trend. Just things keep coming out.
Myanmar podcast. We like to be cultured and, have a global audience.
Yeah, I
so
mean, you don't have to say anything about the location itself, but you can just
make a reference, a
you
shout
can
out.
just say Myanmar, and people will be
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, that guy knows."
That guy's
what- he knows
he's
places.
been around. He's traveled the fucking world, man. He's cultured. He's a cultured. So today we have another guest by the name of Grant Diaz.
Hello.
This is Grant, and we actually right now we only have one Ryan.
Yes.
Because the other Ryan is stuck in traffic.
Yeah, classic.
He just adopted 3
Not
Ethiopian
him classic,
children.
but just the city that we reside in. Classic.
classic city that we
Yes.
live in. But yeah, so Ryan just adopted 3 Ethiopian children, and he's dropping them off at daycare.
Yes.
So that he just
At the Ethiopian child daycare.
Yeah, the Ethiopian daycare. So, so that's why he's late. Totally, reasonable excuse.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Extenuating circumstance. So
Yeah.
we're not mad at him. We don't resent him. And
Not
we
yet,
think-
at least.
Not yet. If it continues to happen, we might have a fucking problem. But this time is an exception. But yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good father, and we're lucky to have him on the team of the podcast.
We need to create like profiles and like backgrounds for
like
his
baseball cards
for his.
like height and weight.
I don't know how I feel about the idea of turning
Biggest
Ethiopian
talent.
children into baseball
I
cards.
thought you were talking
Just,
about
like,
Ryan.
further commodifying them.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Ryan, yes.
No, yeah,
We
I
can
thought you meant
commodify
like
him.
podcast baseball
Yes.
cards where we have like Ryan 1.
No, you can.
Height 5,000 feet or whatever.
You could do like just Ryan stats.
Just like make up stats.
Ethiopian children stats. You probably not too cheerful.
Yeah. And that's dead air. So, but yeah, no, I like this idea. I think we should start selling baseball cards as merch, and use that to fuel our gambling addictions.
Do you have a gambling addiction?
Not yet, but I'm wanting to pick one up. I think
Really?
I'm in the market for a gambling addiction.
I think the closest thing that I would have to a gambling addiction is like fantasy football. Like I don't.
I think that could be considered like a tangential gambling addiction.
No. Yeah. No.
It's
you
up
could,
that
You can drop some
alley.
money on there for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It could ruin your life.
Yeah. I mean, if that was the case, then so be it for
Okay.
fantasy football.
Question. Sorry, we'll come back. We'll circle back.
Yes.
If you could ruin your life in one way, how would you ruin it?
Probably something food related.
I was thinking that.
It's
just
like-
now.
it's
I said that
my-
question and then kind of stopped listening to your answer and started thinking about food. I'll be completely honest.
Yeah. My body is evidence of this.
Yeah,
of this already occurring.
Yeah, I do the same thing. The Oprah the yo-yo diet, where it's like,
Is that a
I'm
thing that
here,
she does?
and then I'm not. Well, I don't think she does it on purpose, and I bet someone heard me say that they would get very offended on her behalf because she has like a fan base like that.
Oh, she has a
which
big
is
fan
dope,
base.
by the way.
That she
to
has
have a fan base that gets offended on your behalf.
Oh, yeah.
and then like has like a mob that just goes out and attacks people that have said something about you.
Huh.
That's where I'm trying to
That
get.
seems like that's definitely not a trend in our country currently or
Yeah,
anything
no.
like that. Yeah.
No way. But I want that. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
want,
maybe that's hypocritical. I would want that for myself.
For sure.
But I don't want that for
there are lots of things that I
celebrities.
want for myself that I don't want from other people, like
Yeah.
success, happiness, fulfillment.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so
Don't want anybody else to have that.
no, because then it would make my success not as good.
Yes, it would take it away from
It's
you.
like, oh, everybody has this? Like, what is this? Like, free lunch? So
yeah, nobody wants that.
nobody wants
Nobody
lunch.
wants free lunch.
I skip lunch. It makes me a little bit cranky, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's hard to eat lunch with what we do, I guess.
Yeah. So me and Grant,
Or Grant and I, depending on your
depending on how correct you are,
or not correct. I don't know in this case.
me and Grant moonlight as breakdancers.
That's true. Yes.
And so sometimes when you're spinning around, if you've had food in your stomach, it might start spewing out and you become like a sprinkler situation.
Yes.
So we learned the hard way, both of us, on different occasions, not to eat before we break dance. So we'll skip meals. We start fasting like 6 to 7 days before
Yeah.
a dance.
Yeah, there's actually a really harrowing statistic regarding break
Love
dancers
statistics?
in the
And I love
U.S.
heroin.
You say you love heroin?
Yeah, that's what you said, right?
Heroin.
Yes. Continue.
I have some heroin statistics too, if you'd like to hear them.
Yeah, if we want to completely destroy this podcast,
We'll go back. Yeah, we'll go back to.
Yeah, just want to just completely
depress everybody who's
make
listening.
everybody
with
stop listening.
statistics
Anyway,
regarding
continue.
heroin.
Sorry, I'm talking over you, and I'm not going to do that anymore.
No, I mean that's.
I promise I'm not going to do it.
You promise.
Yes. So go ahead.
How do we know this promise is legitimate?
Through my actions. Actions speak louder than words.
Too fucking shay,
Too fucking shay.
as the French say.
Yeah, that's actually what Ryan named one of his kids.
Really?
Two fucking shay, and then there's three fucking shay.
Huh?
Yeah, and then the other one's
there
one fucking
That
shay.
was gonna. Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, you.
Whoa! I almost fell. Holy shit! You know, that was unscripted.
Wow.
Almost ate shit on the podcast because I threw my head back in laughter and almost kept going.
Almost falling aside. I appreciate that you circled back to one fucking shay.
Oh, yeah.
After you're like, well,
I was like, we're not going to leave the third one out.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, we're sipping on some whiskeys.
Yeah.
Throwback
what do you-
episode 3.
Yes. What are you sipping on, Ryan?
This is Woodsard.
Woods.
Anyway, we'll come back. What is yours?
This is Abasolo. It's a corn
Al
distilled-
Pacino, huh?
Al Pacino.
He's got a whiskey.
Is he him, man? Him and
Great question. yeah, I think
Al
that all the
Pacino,
time.
Just thinking about Al Pacino's career, man. Him and De Niro have really like, in the
Legends.
past legends, yes, but unfortunately in the past decade or so, I would say,
Just started taking any role?
really gone downhill.
But dude, think about it, man. They're looking at retirement.
Oh, they don't care. Why would you?
Dude, they're getting paid so much just to be on a movie at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, I'll take the payday.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I've done way worse for way less. And continue.
like what?
Sell my soul
Really?
for 40 hours a week.
Fair enough.
Anyway, yeah. But no, those guys are legends, and they're doing exactly what I would be doing if I were in their shoes.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
See, that's so. In addition to having a gambling addiction, success where no one else has success, I also want to be in a position where I'm selling out. I want to sell out as quickly and as aggressively as I can.
Yeah, because selling out means that you are already in the position, to do so. You're good.
So you have the success, which hopefully no one else does. Also, and by the
Yes.
way, I'm kidding. If anybody is offended and has turned this off, actually, if you turn this off, you're not even listening to it. I'm gonna. You know what? I just ruined the joke by saying I was kidding. Comedy 101. You never say I'm kidding.
I don't know. I feel like
Do you ever pull out of a joke? Of a joke?
good little.
Answer both questions.
What if I?
No.
What if I said no?
My opinion of you would not change.
Really?
Yeah.
What could I
I'm
do?
a good guy.
What could I do to change your opinion about me, though?
Murder somebody probably. So if Ryan walks in
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, I just got done dropping my kids off," and you killed him, I would probably think differently of you and differently of the rest of my day because immediately my number one objective would be to leave as fast as I could.
What if? I'm just going
Oh,
right past that and go back.
I
to
hear
kids.
movement. I hear movement.
And the microphone's can hear. There he is.
He's here.
Actually, I'm sorry.
Hey, actually, my day wasn't too good either today. So let's talk about that.
All right, let's do that.
You got a pair of headphones?
No, that's part of the bad day.
Okay. I'm gonna pause this
Yes.
and we'll get you a pair of headphones.
Word.
Okay, so catching you up. So we told everybody about your Ethiopian children.
All three of them.
Yeah,
That's why you're running late. You had to
Yeah,
drop
yeah.
them off at preschool.
yeah. I
Let's hear about that.
I wanted kids, but no one would have them with me, so so I decided to adopt.
That's amazing. That's
I
beautiful.
know.
I'm so happy for you.
The adoption process is actually pretty interesting. It sucks, and it's almost
So what, is there-
impossible to get them. So I actually stole them.
From where?
Ethiopia.
Wow.
Is that where you were?
A man
today?
of culture.
Yeah, that's why I was late.
We're all drinking whiskey at the same time.
Yeah, no.
That's how you get on the same page.
That's true. Other Ryan, what do you?
That's how I
what
turn
do you,
the page.
What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking Bullet bourbon.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
drinking a bullet.
You know what's funny? I've always been a whiskey guy, and I.
Define
That's what we
always.
called you. We call, hey, whiskey guy.
They're like,
Hey,
that's what they.
this whiskey guy.
That's what they used to call me back in New York. They're like, hey, whiskey guy.
Hey, whiskey dick over here.
Whiskey dick. I like
That's what they used to call me.
Took it right there.
I'm laughing.
In high
I'm
school.
overly laughing because I'm angry. But,
Okay.
it's a good time.
That reminds me of my childhood. Continue.
Coping with humor.
That's my entire life.
Anyway, so why were you really late?
All right, so I had to move a bunch of furniture.
A bunch of furniture.
A bunch of furniture.
Sorry. I mean to make fun of you on a
No,
bad
it's
day.
fine. First of all, I hate being late. It's literally one of my biggest pet peeves.
I hate it too,
And,
and I do it all the time.
I have anxiety as it is, but
Me
like
too.
when I get late for something, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. I get pissed.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, there's freaking 23 hours that you have to get to the point where you're not late, and there's only a 60-second window to be late. So it's like something that always is
Well,
like.
it's like 1 second.
I mean, it sounds like
Well,
the reason
from the time
you have
that
to be
get,
right on time.
Let's say you have to be
Yes.
there at 6:30.
6:30 on the dot.
6:30 on.
Once it's 6:30 in 1 second, you're late.
Well, I saw it as a minute, I guess. But yeah, I was moving furniture, and that
What were you moving? Armchairs, sectionals,
I had to move
drawers,
a love seat.
dressers,
dining table,
ottomans.
dining chairs.
Ottoman Empire.
Let's talk about the Ottoman Empire. Fuck your furniture.
There's a
Do that.
connection.
Let's make this a history podcast.
Anything to
Alright,
connect.
This is hardcore history.
Yeah,
with Dan
exactly.
Carlin.
We
With
are
Stan
collectively Dan Carlin.
Yeah. Dude, added together, we're probably not half the man he is. Let's be honest.
No, absolutely. not.
And we never will claim to be.
Wrong pipe.
Oh,
Let's talk about pipes.
Yeah, that's the real reason I was late.
You were laying some pipe.
clogged pipes.
Yes. No, I was moving furniture, and it took forever. And also, my car's out of commission because my front right tire had.
How'd you get here? You ran here?
Dude,
it's like 8 miles.
That's part of the story.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Tell the story, and I will stop interrupting you. Okay. From the beginning, start over, and
Okay.
I'll stop talking.
So I was moving
I'm
furniture.
muting my mic.
I was moving furniture, a bunch of furniture, dining table, dining chairs, headboard, all this stuff. And it was supposed to happen earlier, but then it happened later, and a bunch of crap. So that took forever. And then on top of that, I had to take a ride share here, and my card got declined. So I tried my other one, and it got declined. But there was money on it, so I don't know how that happened. And then it was like, hey, you can get a ride sooner if you pay $8 for Uber Lux or whatever.
Oh, shit.
So
Uber
I
what?
came
Is that
here-
where they rub your feet?
No, that's where you. I
the
took a
champagne
giant
limousine?
SUV that could fit
Armored
like
vehicle?
six people
Air
in
Force One.
just to get here.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, because I was trying to get here on time
Mm-hmm.
or close to it, I forgot my headphones, and then. I'm pretty sure the Uber driver was like, "What the hell's going on with this guy?" 'Cause
You were
I
just
was
in the backseat
I was
twitching.
Just like
yeah,
riding. Yeah.
And
A
I
twitching
was
creature.
in the car when I realized I forgot my headphones, and I was like, "Shit!"
Dude, you should have played it off like it was a fucking
No,
Tourette's or
this is
something.
even better because after I said shit, I literally like grunted, and then I reached in my bag and pulled out my whiskey and just started drinking it. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "I need
Dude,
to
we
be
can all
drunk before I
relate to
get
that.
there."
Yeah.
Yeah, just pulling out your whiskey in the back
You
of
should
an
have offered
Uber,
it to the
an Uber
guy.
What
It is
now?
Fridays.
Uber Air
You
Force
do
One.
want
Take a drink off this. They call me Whiskey Dick back in New York.
Yeah, don't
But
worry
yeah.
about it. They call me whiskey dick.
Forget
dude.
about it.
We've all been late. We can all relate. And people
I thought you
listening.
said
That's a good unintentional rhyme.
Oh yeah, that's why they call me Ryan.
Ryan.
You should have just kept it there.
Ryan.
Should have come what?
No, that was better.
Okay,
Better than what I was going to
we'll
say.
go with that one.
Hell yeah.
All right. So in the studio again, we have Grant Diaz in
Hello,
the
friends.
studio.
Hello.
Grant, I haven't seen you in like, I think it's almost been a year, dude.
No, it's probably been more than a year, right?
Oh my
10
God,
years,
dude.
Let's go with that.
Well, it's been 10 years.
Well,
It's been since the 90s.
the good,
a long time.
the good.
wait, no,
the
that's
good
20
days.
years, right?
What was the last words that you guys exchanged?
I don't even know.
I was like, see you, whiskey dick, something like that, like goodbye.
I
of some
think the
sort.
last time I talked to you was when you were like getting promoted at work. I think.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that was probably a year ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was around a year ago.
Where
Holy
were you
crap.
1 year ago?
Where was I? Unfortunately, still fucking here in the in the ooh, there we go. In it's a city with a lot of traffic.
In a trafficy city.
Trafficy city.
Yep.
So, Grant, you are a man of culture, as we have all realized.
All realized.
So, when people ask you, Grant, what do you do? What do you answer?
It's kind of a combination of things.
Sure. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're an artist.
You could pull like a Prince and say like the artist formerly known
Known as-
or like just.
So you already
Formerly
have
an
a defunct career, is what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. In what?
Yelling things into a microphone.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Other Ryan gets it.
Yeah. So right now the other Ryan just yells things in an Uber, but but yeah. So you used to yell things in a microphone.
Yeah.
So you were a vocalist,
Yes.
and for some pretty heavy bands,
Yeah. As the youths would say, of the metalcore variety.
metalcore.
Yes.
So were you writing lyrics too, or were you mostly just emitting noise from your face cavity
Both.
at the same
You
time?
threw me off with the term face.
Yeah, I
cavity
don't know
there.
where I went
Yeah.
down a weird one.
It's like
Yeah,
Dead Space vibes.
Dude,
Dead
I love that
Space.
game.
Yeah, me too, man.
never
So
played
good.
it, so don't talk about it.
Sorry. Well, I will say this.
Just talk about
the
it.
guy-
Dude, what if
Guys-
I'm a dick all the time on the podcast? What if that's my character on the podcast?
Listen to this. I'm a dick outside of the podcast.
But then you become nice when you come here?
Yeah.
Dude, we're yin and yang.
Oh, dude, no way.
And we're both Ryan.
This is why you guys are doing the podcast.
That's right.
This is
Yeah.
why it's happening.
Dude, we're both halves of the whole. The universe brought us together to balance each other out.
Hell yeah.
Ryan never takes Ubers.
I've never taken an Uber in my life.
Is that true?
Really?
No, that's not true.
Okay. I was gonna say, I was like,
But
dude,
for the sake of the podcast and for being interesting, yes, I've never taken an Uber before.
Oh,
Retraction,
man.
like it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So one time I was in Atlanta, and
Hot Atlanta.
I had to go from point A to point B, and it was like 30 miles.
There's like cities
There's a city. It's also a city
called
with a lot
point.
of traffic.
They're called Point A and Point B. Like those are the city names.
Yes,
Have you
they were the
have you
first.
played in Atlanta?
No.
Oh,
Do you want to?
Yes.
I forgot the name of the place. Never mind. There was a
Okay.
venue that
Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta.
There's a venue called Atlanta in Atlanta.
Yeah. They couldn't think of anything, so they just last minute wrote that down.
The first venue in United States history. They didn't
It
have
was
a
in
name for
point
it.
A,
That-
and they're
that's
like, we
actually
could
it.
either go point A or, and then the guy was like, Atlanta, and then they just put that.
He said it like that.
that's
Very
me.
Yeah,
exasperated.
and they're like,
Yeah.
that.
That's me
What'd
at
you
a
say?
restaurant.
What?
What did you say?
What did I say? Atlanta.
No, before that. After that, actually.
After that.
I'm kidding. I heard you say exacerbate. I was trying to
I
make
didn't say
a joke.
anything about Atlanta yet.
Yeah. So I've actually never been to Atlanta. I was going to make up a story.
Oh man,
Oh,
you
do it
got
right
me.
now. Still making
I
it.
got you, dude.
You got me, dude.
Fucking
You
deceive
got
the
me.
shit out of you, bro.
You got me, bro. Oh, yo,
The
you
whiskey
got,
dick,
yo,
you
you
got
got
me.
me, bro.
Always goes back to Jersey
dude, talk like that.
/ New York
Yeah.
accents.
Because that's
Well,
where he's from.
Yeah,
That's where
that's
I'm
where I'm
from.
from. Those are my people.
Do you legitimately take pride in?
Oh,
Do you
okay.
identify as a New Yorker?
Where,
Alright,
where do you
so-
where do you legitimately hail from from the
Satan.
East Coast?
just kidding. Well, I was born and raised in New York, and no, I don't.
Which part of New York?
I grew up in well, man, I was all over New York. In Somers, Brewster, Carmel, Mayapack, Poughkeepsie, Dover
Were
Plains.
you a wanderer?
Yeah, and
kind of a
I still
transient?
kind of
Nomadic,
am.
as some would say.
This, I mean, other than like having.
Have you ever
to-
had a home?
Do you want a home?
home is where you make it, man.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and
It's a little too good.
Being a touring musician at one point in my life, it made me realize that like it doesn't matter where you are; it's just about what you're surrounded with and what you do with your life in every moment.
So what do you think you should surround yourself with?
Chaos and creativity.
I mean, it keeps
a
it-
little bit of both.
Chaos keeps it interesting for
sure.
sure. You know,
You
Keeps
can't have
like-
too much order. It's
Yeah.
boring. Nothing
Yeah.
good happens there.
Honestly,
nothing.
if I wasn't
Stagnation.
as messed up as I
word.
am,
Word of the day.
I really wouldn't have many stories. So just going through so much stuff in my life, I've
Right.
realized that I've had the chance to have these stories to tell people
And experience
and to
the
learn
depth.
from them.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's how you, I mean, that's how you learn, through experience.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
we were just talking before we hit record, like episode 3, the
Yeah.
infamous episode 3, where we were
now infamous.
the last time we were drinking whiskey. We were in our heads the whole time. And I don't think,
were.
so when we finished recording that day, we didn't intend to even put that episode
No,
out.
we didn't. And it was funny because when I was listening to it while I was editing it, I loved it. And then after listening to it, I was like iffy about it. And there was even parts where people were giving me feedback and being like, you guys are doing great. Just,
Yeah.
Just chill.
So, and that was the biggest thing, was realizing like, oh, just be normal and
Yeah.
like, just like, don't think about it too much, because like once you're in your head, it's game over.
Yeah.
And that goes for anything. It's like once you're in your head thinking about the way that you're thinking or acting or looking, it's like
Thinking when you get to thinking about thinking, like
Metacognition?
very
Dude.
meta. Yes.
Yeah.
I literally had a dissociation episode Wednesday.
wow.
I was eating at Panera, and I
Bread?
was yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Bread, yeah. And I was sitting there, and like I was
You wait,
just-
so you had you had a dissociation episode at Panera Bread?
yeah, I was sitting there. I think I
Wow.
was eating a chocolate croissant. I'm pretty sure I was.
You don't even remember you're that
I
disassociated.
know, and I was sitting there, and like I was looking at something, but I wasn't looking at something, and I was thinking about nothing, and I was thinking about how I was thinking about nothing, and I was like, how can I think about nothing? And then I realized where I was, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, starts levitating.
And that's how he became a magician.
I was gonna make a Chris Angel
From Panera.
reference.
So I was sitting in
All
a
right.
Panera Bread.
First of all, I would like to
Oh,
say,
whiskey dick sitting in Panera Bread.
so everyone knows who Chris Angel is, obviously, and
Yes, unless
for
you
the
are
uninitiated,
he's
for
a
the older
magician.
than 70-year-old, our demographic.
He's a
goes
magician that basically does camera tricks and is just crazy about his
So cool.
performance.
as a magician
he's-
yourself, do you generally approve of Chris Angel as a magician and what he's done for like the industry and the culture?
on. Oh, I love this reaction.
Yes, I hate him.
Oh,
I know.
Say-
hate
thought
is-
about it
all
though
right,
for a
second. Say no
but
more.
I will say that he did bring magic back into the light, just as David Blaine did.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
David Blaine made street
so
magic.
do you like David Blaine more than him?
I love David Blaine because he's a
Yeah.
psychopath.
Yes.
Because
Which is why you love him.
yeah, exactly. And
That's a quality we could all aspire
but
to.
that's the thing about David Blaine is half the stuff he does is not even magic tricks.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
freaking
It's
crazy.
just crazy
Yeah.
physical
He's just
treats
crazy.
like swallowing frogs and keeping them
Yeah.
in your
That's the
stomach for
thing.
days
It's
at
like,
a time.
dude, being in water for 80 years isn't a fucking trick. That's just trying to die and not
Yeah.
dying.
Like he
Yeah.
spends years doing these things and practicing these crazy things that like a normal person wouldn't even attempt to, and he pulls it off, and it's real.
Yeah.
But people are like, "Oh, he's a
that's when he
magician.
puts the thing through his arm. He's like, dude,
Yeah.
put this in my arm.
The thing
And people are
through his
like-
arm?
That metal spike, and it goes straight through his fucking arm.
I need to see
ice
that.
pick.
I need to see that
Essentially,
now.
he's like he just built up scar tissue to the point where,
Oh, you're talking about the ice pick?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, dude.
dude, that's not magic. That's just fucked
No,
up.
that's just
But
a crazy.
I
that's what he does. Like,
appreciate him
being in
because
ice.
that's the thing.
Being in a coffin. Sorry, continue.
No, you're good. I'm drunk, so I'm just gonna keep talking over everyone.
All right,
Dude,
no, go for it.
dude,
wait.
dude.
Whoever says dude,
what?
has permission to talk.
All right,
by the way.
that reminds me of my dad because one time,
This is a great segue.
yeah.
This reminds me of my father.
Welcome back to the new segment
Let's
called
talk
"This
about our
Reminds Me
dads.
of My Father."
This is gonna be a tough one.
All right,
Absent, some would say.
it's funny because most people I know that have parent issues, especially that are male, they have more mother issues than father issues, and it's been the opposite with me. Like I love my dad so much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I adore my dad. He's my hero, and he's been there for me
Dude,
my
that's
whole
fucking
life.
great.
But my mom, on the other hand, it's been 50-50, but she's been making up
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
But
It's complicated.
it reminds me of my dad because every time I'd be like, dude, he'd be like, dude, what?
He sounded very Schwarzenegger there for a second.
What? Dude, what? Dude, what? No, he's like a 4'9" Colombian dude.
Holy shit.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's really
I bet
like,
he could beat some ass.
that's the thing,
Yeah, he's
dude.
lower-
he's a
lower to the ground.
monster.
Yeah.
Like I've
You could throw a
worked,
fridge
I've worked with my dad before in
full
restaurants.
of salami.
My dad's been a chef for
Salami.
a
He's a chef.
decent part of his life up to now, and now he works in a hospital. But he's the reason why I pursued a chef career.
Really?
Like in maybe the 20s of my life.
What was your favorite dish that he's
1920s?
prepared for you?
That he's prepared?
Yeah, like something that you tried of his.
Oh man.
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Actually, my dad
imagine?
makes really
It's
good
like-
scrambled eggs.
I bet he does.
Salami.
I would have to say Colombian
Summer sausage.
empanadas. Colombian
Ooh.
empanadas,
Empanadas,
or
bro,
these
yeah.
weird like it's like a cheese ball, like a bread cheese ball.
Cheez-Its.
No, it's called
Cheese
buñuelos. Buñuelos. It's like a weird type
Buñuelos.
of bread that has cheese in it that you roll
Am I
into a
saying it?
ball.
Buñuelos.
Buñuelos.
Okay, that's good.
It's like,
That was a good
It's
bass
like
behind that.
Rosetta Stone.
yeah,
What
it's
if
like,
Rosetta Stone level like 5 is just like Buñuelos?
I
And
haven't
that's like
heard-
buñuelos.
no, you fucking suck. Say it again.
Does Rosetta Stone give you like backsass like that?
It should. I would learn better that
I think
way.
so too. Yeah, I
I would
completely
stay
agree.
engaged.
Yeah,
I need a little bit of like
I need
aggression.
I need
Yeah.
a healthy criticism
Like,
for
I
my
need to be
language
punished.
learning skills. Yes.
Like when you're using Duolingo and you don't use it for a real long time, it's like, Hey, you haven't used
shit.
Yeah, I've gotten a notification where it's like, hey, you haven't used Duolingo in a while. You know what that means? And I'm like, no, I don't.
No,
I
please don't
know.
tell me. They should be like a loan shark. They're like, hey, you know who we are. You remember us?
You remember us?
we're
remember
the ones
that
with-
time? Remember that time you were trying to learn Italian? You got through the first 2 lessons. What the hell happened?
You guys should see what Ryan's doing
Dude, I would
when he
learn,
says
like,
that. He's
8
doing like the
languages.
Mamma Mia tortellini while he's like saying those things.
Growing up as a New Yorker and then also being Hispanic,
that's a
only
use
use my
gnarly combo.
hands.
Yeah,
like
it
at
is,
some
yeah.
points, I just make sounds and and I do sign language because
Just spontaneously. Yeah.
yeah.
Some might consider that a condition, but it's just
Some might.
cultural
not,
expression.
Not all, though.
No, I wouldn't consider it a condition. I think it's beautiful.
Dude, I'm a living undiagnosed condition.
And that's why we're friends. That's why we got a
Hey,
podcast.
cheers,
Hey,
guy.
cheers.
Yeah, old yin and yang
Dude, this
over
was
here.
full when I got here.
These
You
were,
guys, you guys
these were
can't
white
see,
when I
but it's
bought 'em.
like you can't see, but there's like there's a like
He's
little
holding
more
two
than a half
handles
left.
of whiskey.
Yes.
And they're both almost empty.
Hey, I'm not 21 anymore.
man the like
You went back in time?
Yeah, I'm 19 now.
whiskey has weird terms.
You are
for-
undiagnosed.
Whiskey has weird terms
I'm
for
never
drinking it. Like
alone.
there's
What are you saying?
there's like fingers of whiskey and there's like
yeah.
like handles. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
weird terminology for whiskey.
Yeah, it's metric, imperial, communist. The's all kinds
Oh.
of measurements.
I didn't realize there was
Yeah.
communist measurement.
Yeah. We don't use those.
Well, why
man.
would we? You know?
They're punishable by death.
Yes.
In the motherland.
Yeah, in the communist motherland.
All jokes aside, I do think Russia would probably be one of the last places that I would like choose, like willingly go to travel to.
Yeah.
Because let's offend everybody.
Racism
And that's what this
Racism.
podcast is about.
You know, I think that's good.
sets down glass.
Okay. Vladimir Putin.
Sure. Oh, we're going
Who's
for
that?
it. All right.
He is the premier of Russia.
The what?
Vladimir Putin. Kim Jong-un. Who would win
Saying names.
in a fight?
Fist fight?
Putin for sure. I mean, he,
Twitter fight.
Twitter fight. Oh, does Kim Jong Un have a Twitter?
Wait, hold on. Is Kim Jong-un alive? Is
Wait,
that
yeah. Last time
confirmed?
I knew he was in a coma.
Well, that was weird.
I don't
so
pay attention.
he had a strange. Yeah, there was a lot of
Was he faking it to see who cared?
no. So
I've been thinking about doing that, dude.
Oh man, that's all I ever do.
I'm like, I'm dead, I'm dead.
It's like your superpower.
Yeah, dude. Throw back,
Oh,
throw back, throw back, throw back, throw back. Hey!
I can
And
participate
you can
in
tell
clapping.
we're drinking.
Yeah, when clapping and chanting starts
Dude,
getting
no
involved.
one's gonna listen to this. We're having a 3.0 on or 3.2.0.
3,
No,
2,
you know what? I'm in
0.
my head. Fuck that. Fuck my head.
No.
Anyway. So Grant,
Yes.
you were an artist. You're a vocalist.
Yes, I would categorize myself.
And you're also
What's
a
that?
philosopher.
Oh, why do you say that?
Because you studied philosophy, right?
Well, I studied philosophy for 6 months.
So he's a goddamn philosopher, dude. Get this guy a podcast.
Hell yeah!
Write
And
a
I
book or something.
I learned 2 phrases in Swedish, so I know how to speak Swedish.
So he makes a fucking fish and he makes a knife and he knows how to do the fucking Swedish shit, you know?
yeah,
Anyway,
Fish and a knife with Swedish people?
Swedish.
Is there?
Swiss Army knife, Swedish fish.
Sweden,
Swiss is that
Switzerland.
Is there something wrong with me to
We're
where-
gonna edit that out. I'm a man of culture. What can I say? All right, so you're a philosopher.
I know.
It's all right.
I am not a self-proclaimed philosopher.
I was wondering
I
why you
mean,
didn't get my references.
that I didn't get your Swiss references.
Or were they Swedish?
Swiss or Swiss? What's the difference?
It's the same thing.
That's so racist.
Dude, we just lost our entire Swiss audience.
Wait, what I said was racist.
Actually, we have
Swedish.
less than 1% Swedish listeners.
that's not even a whole person.
I know.
well, that's racist.
All right. So you're a philosopher.
This man knows what
Okay.
racism is. He's a philosopher.
So even though you didn't study to fruition, let's say, what initially drew you to the philosophy? Philosophy.
deep thinking, deep talks, just like this. Not even deep talks.
Be
We're not
honest. Be honest.
Yes.
Were a lot of these talks happening when you were stoned?
No, I didn't touch the weed until I was older.
Good.
Well, much older, actually.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm 37 years old. I didn't touch it.
Are we allowed to tell people we smoke weed?
We are in California, so yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We are in
Yeah,
California.
it's legal.
I smoke my weed.
Anyway, so you just had a lot. You like talking about what?
Anything and everything.
Anything.
Honestly, yeah. If this wasn't evident of that, just us talking about anything and everything. Swiss cheese, Swedish people. What's the difference?
I don't think there is one,
Yes.
and the idea that there isn't. I'm gonna. So you're a philosopher.
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just going.
Why
I'm
did
working
you-
off the question.
why did you stop?
Why did I stop being a
Why-
philosopher?
Yeah.
Being a philosopher, I've never thought about that.
Okay.
And
You
I
never
think
thought
that- I
about
think-
being a philosopher?
And I think that's part of the problem
so
is
you
I didn't think about that.
Okay. So you thought about things, and you're like, I should be a philosopher, but you never philosophized about being a philosopher.
Yes, I never thought about thinking about it.
Okay. And that was a problem.
Yes.
And so
as
one
a philosopher.
day, did you wake up and you're like, I've never thought about being a thinker, and then you didn't like what you thought?
I don't like what I think a lot of the time.
Me neither.
I think that's the beauty of being a philosopher, though.
So okay, so did you abandon your academic career in philosophy for a more like
I
you
mean,
know
I didn't really have
grassroots operation?
grassroots philosophers of America.
You know,
That's us, buddy. That's our
every
podcast.
single one of my
I
philosophy
feel like that's.
quotes.
I mean, I feel like that's just podcasting in general. Is just grassroots philosophy to a certain
Yeah.
degree, right?
Oh,
I mean, it's just.
fuck, dude.
Honestly, I
That's
feel,
so true.
I mean, that's kind of what it is.
We're goddamn philosophers, huh?
I guess so.
I mean, don't. No delusions of grandeur. I'm not like
Oh,
taking
I
it
am
up
all
there.
about delusions of grandeur.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I run off of delusions of grandeur.
Oh,
They keep me going.
Hey guys, I don't know what grandeur means.
It's when you're bigger.
Oh, I remember
Grandeur.
those days.
Grandeur or lesser.
grande.
Yeah, you ever been to Starbucks?
Every
They
day.
got delusions of grandeur all up.
Well,
Oh, my
it's
God.
annoying because grande is like the medium size. It's not the largest.
Oh God.
Grande is also an internet company in the greater Austin area.
It is.
That's true.
It is.
And I use them, and I highly
Austin-
recommend them. Shout out Grande, sponsor us.
Hell
Austin,
yeah.
California, of course.
Yes.
Austin, California.
Okay,
That's-
well, right now we're in California.
yes, right now.
Actually, anytime we talk about smoking weed, we're in California.
Yeah.
Anytime.
But anytime we're not smoking weed, we're in Austin.
Whenever we're not sucking weed, we're not in California.
Sucking weed.
I said smoking, but I said it with a little bit of an affectation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to keep things interesting.
I have some questions for you.
All
Brian.
right, let's bring out.
Oh,
the,
for me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
we'll circle
let's
back to
see.
your bio here in a second.
When?
to the
We got
philosophy
really-
degree that never got
now
off the
defunct.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, very defunct. Anywho, sorry.
All right.
You guys like defunct music?
We got the fun.
Fucking damn it.
All right, continue, Brian.
When and why did you start getting into music?
When and where?
When, where, why?
When, where, why?
Where were you
Where were you?
when you heard Led Zeppelin 1?
What? What did you say?
I said 9/11.
No, we don't make those jokes on here.
Okay,
You're
okay.
supposed to edit that out of that
Dude,
one.
all right, so I did edit it out, but on Spotify, it like has a lag. So anytime you edit
Okay.
anything on the app, it's like it takes it to
Well, now
Wait,
we're
so what's
talking about it, so now it's like it happened again.
Wait, so what's the point of like editing it out then? If it just,
I heard what was an attempt at a joke of
Yeah.
mine, and I didn't like it, so I wanted
Yeah.
to take it out.
Oh.
There's a few of those that I edited out for myself as well.
Yeah.
What were those?
I don't.
Well,
remember.
the whole point of editing them out is that they don't exist anymore. You were trying to trick us, bro. That's why you're a philosopher, because you're a tricky thinker, huh? You try to
Because
trick
you're a
people.
tricky thinker, huh?
You try to trick people.
Is that
so
what philosophers do? Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. So, why did you start playing music or being involved?
Wait, hold on.
in
What happened to
music?
when and where were you when you liked music?
Yes. When, where, why?
When, where, why?
Where were you when you first heard music?
The day that I decided to listen to music, because it's a choice.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
Well-
music does happen incidentally sometimes. You're in the mall circa 2000, because no one is in the mall anymore.
Sure.
And you hear songs. You hear songs coming. So that's incidental music. They're called muzak. I've come to know.
Yes.
So what? Okay, let's refine this question, since this is going nowhere. What was the first music that you were like, this is my music? This is the music I want to listen to. You bought it on iTunes, you bought a CD, whatever you did. What was that?
Man, strangely enough, and this was like, circa 06, 07, Linkin Park, strangely enough.
Dude,
I was
I
a big fan of Linkin
love Linkin Park.
They just released the 20th anniversary record of Hybrid Theory.
Wow, I'm old.
Are you 21 now? Again?
Again? Yes.
21
In
again.
Texas. Wow. So
Age means nothing in Texas.
did you buy that on iTunes to celebrate?
the one that just came out.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even. I'm a
Is
Spotify.
iTunes-
I'm a Spotify guy. I
Yeah,
don't
does
use
iTunes
Apple Music.
exist anymore?
It
Well, Apple
does.
Music and iTunes are two different
Apple
things.
Music exists, but it doesn't, like iTunes as we knew it a decade ago doesn't exist. Like all the music you spent like hundreds of dollars on, like I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
can't.
To collect those
I've-
gift cards.
I've
I used
tried.
to hoard those. Dude,
those were
I've
awesome.
tried to go back and find all my music on my iTunes, and
It's gone?
long gone.
Oh,
Like,
man.
I have an iPod Nano. I haven't been able to turn it back on, but it has all the music from when I was in elementary school to like middle school.
Nano is the smallest one with the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I had the shuffle. You could like clip onto your
yeah.
shorts when
Yeah.
I was a wee lad. You know,
It's like a fucking jewel now with the jewels that people have.
What is
Yeah.
this? Can I smoke it?
iPods now.
vaping, bro.
No, dude, nice vape. No, it's my iPod Shuffle.
Oh shit! What year is
Yeah.
it?
iPods now do have vapes. Like they're two in the same.
That's the only
one
way
of the
they're
same.
staying
I
in
mean,
business. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
two of the
So-
same, one of the
so
same.
Linkin
What's
Park.
the difference?
Linkin Park. So
Yes,
what
Linkin Park.
drew you to Linkin Park? Was it the?
Here I go. This is my song. I'm singing the whole
Dude,
thing.
Mr. Hans, dude.
Hans Zimmer?
No, dude.
Can you imagine if Hans Zimmer was in Linkin Park? and
have become so numb. With the fucking like orchestra in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, very
big gong.
Hell yeah.
let's make that happen. Linkin Park, if you just so happen to be listening to this.
Hit up Hans Zimmer. Do a collab, bro. Do a collab.
Like you did with Jay-Z.
That, man, Collision Course, what a time.
Dude, I love that album.
Yeah, it holds up. Actually,
really
I don't know
does.
if it holds up, but I enjoy it.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
What got you into harder music? As in like hardcore and
Like
you know-
hard on Guitar Hero? Like hard
yes.
over medium?
Free range, over medium,
Over easy, sunny side up.
barrel aged,
What kind of music do
organic,
you listen to,
grass
buddy?
fed.
You know what I'm asking.
That would be A Day to Remember, who I have
Remember.
a tattoo of.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
For those who are listening but also can't see, I'm lifting up my shirt to show my.
Oh my god, put that away.
They'll never know. I'll never say what I should.
I won't say.
A Day to Remember is one of those bands that, like, if every time I listen to them, I think of a specific moment.
Oh,
Think of a
so
specific
many moments.
day. And I
That's the
remember
when, where, why.
yeah,
remember
yeah,
that.
exactly. Like when I listen to A Day to Remember,
That's not-
I think of
I
Fuck
remember
you.
that day. Dude, I love that band.
I won't stand for this.
I remember.
While we're sitting.
They literally have a song called I Remember.
I have remembered.
I still remember.
Yeah, it's a great band, dude. You guys have good taste.
Yeah. I
Do you like A Day to Remember? Actually,
You know,
don't
for the
peg
sake
you.
of this
Not
podcast right now, yes.
not like them, but you're
I
you're
don't
aware
really-
of them,
Dude, I'm aware of them. I know the name. I honestly, I don't know what their music sounds like.
I don't
I know
really-
it sounds like probably like a little bit of that.
That's
that was like I like to move it. You're like dum.
yeah, dude, Sean Paul, right?
Crazy Frog,
Is
Sean
that Sean
Paul.
Paul?
Someone give it to.
No, that's not Sean
12
Paul.
guts.
That's Sean Paul.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Sean Paul. But was that
I
Sean
got
Paul?
the
I like to
right
move it.
temperature.
That's Madagascar, right?
Yeah, Madagascar wrote that song.
The whole
Madagascar.
country of Madagascar came together to write that song.
30 chameleons got together.
That's the entire population of Madagascar. Whoa! Sorry.
I
There's,
I don't really peg you as the type of person who listens to like metal.
Dude, so, you know, dude, here's the thing. So, when I grew up, my dad listened to a lot of like Dylan.
Hell yeah.
He listened to a lot of like Merle Haggard.
Okay.
Johnny Cash. So that's what I grew up hearing.
I mean, it plays a role in like your current music taste and what you create.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely a through line there. But when I was in middle school, I was in a band, and these guys in this band, they listened to a lot of like hardcore music.
Was it? Yeah. Was it like a middle school pop punk band?
Basically, yeah.
That
and we
is
had
what
a guy that
always
was going,
happens.
and we were like, dude, that's sick. Let's play a fucking car wash.
That's the only scream you can do. Oh, yeah.
yeah, and that guy was sick. Yeah, so, I never like got into metal
Yeah.
until probably like the last few years, and
Yeah.
I've really started to like it.
What metal though?
Put me on the spot. I don't know, dude.
Now,
We're gonna edit this out too.
metal is the ultimate like gatekeeper genre.
I
where
know,
people
which
will
is why I
step
don't want to
in.
say shit because
yeah.
I'm like, I know
Yeah.
people are gonna be like, dude, that's not real metal,
Yeah.
bro.
Well,
And
Katy
that's what-
Perry.
that's
I
what-
listen to Katy Perry.
That's what
metal.
metal
That's
fans
metal.
sound like
Yeah.
too. They sound just like that.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Metal, steel, alloy, iron. I don't fucking know. dude.
Titanium.
for me, anyways, it's like when I think of metal, I don't think of like crazy, like like when it comes to like hardcore metal music, I like something that is a little more creative or a little more like I kind of like bands that have a bunch of different. Fuck. I like
You
more,
okay?
more complex bands.
Was that your condition?
Yeah, I have Tourette's.
No, I mean you like more of them, and just based off of like the music that we have like listened to together. Like you are more into like dissonant riffs and kind of like
Yeah.
more like not proggy. I mean, I'm sure you like prog stuff, but
yeah, of course.
a little more like
I've been to Prague.
that's a good place.
Anyway, you guys have animal style fries at In-N-Out or what?
Wait, what?
You ever had that?
Yes.
What's your opinion on In-N-Out
It's-
versus Whataburger?
Oh,
Okay. In-N-Out or P. Terry's?
P. Terry's.
oh, P.
Okay,
Terry's.
well, here's
that's
the thing,
not
though.
even. That's
Here's
not
the
even.
thing, though.
What's the
Outside
thing?
of
No,
Austin,
no, no.
California,
Yeah.
people don't know what P. Terry's is.
Hey, why do I not know?
So basically, P. Terry was a protege of Mr. In and Out.
Protege P. Terry.
He was protege
What does
Terry.
the P stand for in P. Terry's?
It's just an initial.
Is it just protege?
It's pretty. It's actually. It's pretty
Protege
obscene.
Terry?
Protege Terry. Back it up, Terry.
Dude,
Back up.
Terry.
What's that from?
You never seen that video of the guy in the wheelchair and they're setting off firecrackers and the guy filming is like, Terry, back up.
Yeah.
It's like, back up, Terry, and they start going off. He's like, oh Lord, Terry. You never seen that? Oh man, classic YouTube.
Probably a while back.
Yeah.
We'll link that in the description of this video.
Yes.
Podcast.
Yes, in the notes. Smash
Don't
the
forget to video.
like and subscribe.
Hit
smash the subscribe button as
yeah,
they
hit the
say.
bell for the notifications.
Yeah.
You know the fucking deal.
Yeah.
You know the fucking
You know the fucking deal.
Oh, Basie.
Bass.
All right,
Hello,
so-
can you go? Death row. The brother note.
Okay.
Once the end back is the incredible.
Would you play in the NBA if outside of any conversation, like any conversation you were having outside of the game, you could only respond with a scream? So like,
Yeah.
so like someone's like, "How's your day going?" You're like, "God!"
Oh wait, no wait. So it's not just a scream. I can like scream a word or a phrase, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But you would talk,
oh,
but it
that's
would
the
be
best
in a
of
scream.
dude. Absolutely, I can practice my vocals.
But here's
that
the
way.
thing, though. you can't have normal conversations with people.
Who? Fine. I'm playing in the NBA.
Like
It
what
goes back to what we were saying earlier. Like,
say you're trying to have like a nice tender moment with your significant other,
sure.
and you want to whisper sweet nothings into his or her ear.
This is what. That's very kind of you to say his or her.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, man, we're all inclusive.
Yeah. No, that's
We're
what
cultured.
I'm saying. That's very
We're
kind
men
of
of
you.
culture.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
I love you.
But so those moments are completely. I love you too. Those moments are completely out of the picture. You can't have a sweet tender moment.
I think you just have to redefine the expectations of the sweet tender moment. You know.
So maybe you guys have to be in different rooms,
Sure.
and that's sweet and tender.
Yeah, I mean that was like sweet and tender, like 300 years ago. Why can't it be now?
Oh, that's a good point. You
is
just
a
went
really
back
good
in time on us.
He did. God damn it.
That's another dimension. Well, actually, we have a time travel question. Would you go back in time to the 90s, zero gravity, wearing a diaper?
I feel like the diaper part was just kind of thrown in there.
It wasn't. It's actually the foundation of the question.
Really? If that's the case, then okay, how long am I there for?
Forever.
forever.
Yeah, and time doesn't elapse, so you're always in the 90s.
So I just am I my current form, my current incarnation? No,
Wait, hold on. Do you believe in reincarnation?
no.
Well, then
Stumped.
what did you mean by my carnation?
Like in this hypothetical scenario, if
Oh,
I were
so-
to go back to the 90s, am I who I am now? Go back to the 90s, and then
Or
just time
are you
progresses
asking
as it
about,
would.
or would you be you in the 90s? That's what the question? That was the implied counter question.
Like who I am now, like I just boom back to the 90s.
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't do it.
Sorry, I got thrown off by the big word there.
How? What was the big word?
The.
Imagine like somebody's just talking to you, and you just keep getting thrown off by the word "the."
Like articles, like you can understand like
It's like a
nouns
foreign
and shit, but you're like, oh, what? Wait,
Man,
hold on,
if-
say that again.
Well, if you talk to other folks like not from the U.S. About the English language, everybody's just confused about it for this exact.
Well, how do you
reason.
talk to them if they're confused about the language?
in their own language?
Oh, you speak languages?
Sure.
Wow.
Languages are just sounds.
I have
And that
Whiskey sip.
Let's all sit in that for a second.
Yeah.
The total
Take a moment of silence.
dissolution of our futures. I want you to breathe.
Back to what we were talking about, though. I feel like diaper has been included in multiple
Grant.
questions. Yeah.
Better question.
Yes.
For $100,000, would you wear a diaper for the rest of your life?
No.
$200,000.
Are you just going to keep going up?
No.
You're going to stop at 200,000?
No, I'm asking you 200,000.
Someone
Can I answer
made-
the question?
No.
500,000.
someone made a really good point about the podcast and said that the diaper question could easily be solved by the fact that do we have to use the diaper? Do you have to shit and piss in it? Or do you just have to wear it?
Do you just take it off?
Well, hold
like
on.
you.
Using the diaper is the best part of wearing the diaper. Am I wrong?
That's debatable.
How?
I guess because then if I answer the question, that means I've worn a diaper and used it.
I think the worst part of wearing
As
a
an
diaper,
adult.
the worst part about wearing a diaper is when you sit down next to somebody and it just goes. No,
When
then
is
someone's
this-
like, "Dude, what do you have in your pocket?" And you have to be like, "Bro, I got Pampers on."
Shout out to Man Diapers.
Manscaped. We got to do an ad.
Yes, there it is.
Ads.
Manscaped. Do you have men? Well, if you do, then they probably need to get scaped.
They must get scaped.
Scape that man. Manscaped. That'll be $300.
Hey, it's me, and I'm here to talk about Scat Man diapers. Do you scat? Are you a man? Well, here's your diapers.
You got one?
No, that pretty much.
Yeah.
Those are our only
That should
sponsors.
pay rent
Those
for
are
the
y'all's
next
only
couple
sponsors,
months.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll support that. It'll keep the lights on.
Yeah.
All right.
The lights are currently off, by the way.
Yes, we've
we're-
been sitting in the dark this whole time.
We're trying to get more in touch
We've
with
been
ourselves.
communicating through echolocation, making sure that we're all in the same room.
Echolocation and AOL Instant Messenger.
Man, what a time.
The good old
Two
days.
primary forms of
In
communication.
the 90s when I was wearing a diaper.
Remember when it took 15,
I never wore a diaper.
When it took 15 minutes. 15
I didn't wear
minutes.
clothes for the first 10 years of my life.
I don't.
I was raised in Madagascar
With the chameleons.
by chameleons.
Yeah. Did you if you could take one trait from a chameleon, what would it be?
Versatility.
They are pretty versatile.
Yeah.
And
And, the
that's not just
ability
one
to
trait, though.
disappear, I would say.
Oh.
I'm pretty good at that.
What does that say? What does that say about
ostensibly.
you that you want to disappear?
Just that I don't want to be here.
Oh.
Not like in the world, just like in this
Yeah,
room with
yeah,
you guys.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Yeah, what about you?
I think we're too drunk.
I'm not drunk.
No,
I'm
we're
drunk.
not
I'm
Never had a
wasted.
fucking drink in my
not
life.
drunk at all.
I didn't eat anything since breakfast. So.
Oh, that may do it then, man. Yeah.
And I don't think it helps that I can't taste the whiskey anymore.
Why? Why not?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because I become so numb.
Man, back to Lincoln Park. Well done. It's a good segue.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like this is a little chaotic, to be honest.
Why do you say that?
That's okay.
It is okay. Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about my life and how chaotic it is.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
Life can be
yeah.
chaotic, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell yeah. All right, let's talk about music.
Yeah.
Because that's something we all have in common.
Yes.
How long have you been playing music? Ryan?
I guess I started taking piano lessons when I was like 5 or 6.
Did you want to, or was it kind of like
It
forced
was one of
upon
those
you and you
things that it
enjoyed
was like somebody makes a decision for you, and you're just like, well, this is my world now.
That's
You know?
called being a child.
Yeah. So I was a child, and I
Decisions
was
forced upon you.
into labor.
I didn't want to be here.
I thought you said forced. I think you said forced into labor for a second. That would have made it a very different
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was forced into labor.
That is what I said. But yeah,
there
so
you
I
go.
started taking piano lessons, and I guess that's where I first started playing music, and then picked up the guitar somewhere along the way. I probably like late elementary
You just
school.
picked up a guitar. You
I
didn't.
picked it up, and then I looked at it for a few years, and
Mm.
then finally one day I was like, I'm just going to play it. So the rest is history.
What about you?
When did I start quote unquote playing music?
Yes.
I just say quote unquote playing because I don't. That's the thing. I can't. I can play like power chords and a few scales on a guitar. Like I'm not. I can't play an instrument.
That's
I can
still
scream
music.
though.
I have learned.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've learned from Tom Morello. I watched his masterclass. He says if you can
That's
pick
Linkin
up-
Park guy, right?
No,
be
it's
right back.
Rage. But I watched his masterclass, and he said that if
Also,
you can,
I know. I'm just kidding. Yeah. just for anybody listening that I've like thinks I'm not kidding. I know who Tom Morello is and what
he's
what
in
a
Straight from
legend
the
he is.
Path, right?
No, he's a. Well, there is a Tom in that band.
There is.
Yeah, I think his
I
name's
met
Tom.
him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Big guy, bigger
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, the big
He's
dude.
he's legitimately like from New York.
Yeah, I know. I've actually seen them a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And because I'm from New York, they've played in the city I'm from because they're only a few hours
What
away.
city are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
Poughkeepsie,
Oh,
New York.
Poughkeepsie, yeah.
Like I say upstate because when people think of New York,
They think
they're
of like Manhattan.
Yeah. And anything that's outside of New York City is
Yeah.
considered upstate. But like I literally lived in the middle of New York City and upstate New York.
Yeah.
Like I was like an hour and a half, 2 hours from New York City, but also like an hour and a half, 2 hours away from like Albany and Ithaca and
No,
all
dude,
those.
that's
upstate-
amazing. I mean, anytime I've ever visited New York, I've spent a decent amount of time in New York. I mean, weird flex, but
Yeah.
whatever.
No, it's not, dude. Being from New York, I feel
My friends who are listening will give me shit about saying that. But anyway,
no.
continue.
It's totally fine. Like being from New York, New York is a weird place. For me,
Yeah.
I was born and raised in New York, and I'm not a huge fan of it. To be honest, that's honestly.
I mean, is it
why.
because? Do you think it's because you grew up there?
I think so, but I also feel like me as a person, I don't think I really fit into New York because I moved to Austin because I fell in love with it.
Austin, California.
Austin, California, by the way, because we're not in Texas, we're in California.
TM trademarked.
But I remember being on tour and coming to Texas for the first time
Yeah.
and just falling in love with it. Just
He-
like, well, I actually played
Just
in
Texas in general.
Denton is the first
Oh,
place
wow,
I've ever
okay.
played at. I think it was called My Place Pizza in Denton, Texas. And
I'm sure that's a defunct venue now because I've never heard of that.
I don't even
I
know,
don't know,
what they're
yeah.
up to these days. But I came to Texas. First thing I ate was Whataburger. And meeting the people in Texas and just seeing the music scene and just before I even got to Austin, I was like, dude, I love this state. And then when I got to Austin, I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is where I need to be.
Yeah, I mean, Austin, California. You kind of get like a good. It's like a best of both worlds. Like you still
It
get
is.
the, for better or for worse, stereotypes of Texas.
Yeah, of
that
course.
are. I mean, I would generally
good
argue.
stereotypes,
Yes,
though.
exactly. I would generally say are good things about Texas.
Like having guns and drinking alcohol. Like,
yes, those. God forbid. Oh, but yeah, it's just a little. It's not. Go into like a howdy, small town.
But that's
kind
the thing is that like it's like 50-50. It's like some people
Yeah.
you don't even like they'll be born and raised in Austin.
Yeah.
And you won't hear an accent almost. And then you meet some people who are like, well, tarnation,
Yeah.
like really Texas people. So it's a really good blend.
That's funny that you say that because going back to New York, when when I've been up there, people tell me that I have a Texas accent, and I don't have a stereotypical like
You
Southern
don't.
accent. Exactly. Yeah, I
I feel
sound
the same way when people meet me. They're like, "Oh, you're from New York. You don't have a New York accent." I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is just my voice." Like I
He
don't know.
says after doing like 5 characters with a New York accent this episode. It's very natural of you.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, like I remember coming to Texas for the first time and just being like, "Wow, I love this place. Like I don't want to be anywhere else in the world because it's
Not even Madagascar.
not even Madagascar
With all 30 chameleons.
all 30 chameleons.
Actually, I just got the news.
oh yeah.
One passed?
It's only 29 now. Richard.
Rest in peace, Richard. He's up there with Ricky now.
Richard and Ricky. Chameleon.
Yeah, they were brothers.
Afterlife. Ryan, we were talking about like how this city that we reside in, Austin, California, it
It's not a real place.
It's not a real place, but it does have kind of the best quote unquote stereotypes of the state of Texas, while
Where is this
also
going?
being its own identity, and,
Okay.
and like that's how Ryan was drawn to it and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like,
So when did Austin cross your radar?
a few times. I actually
Actually,
Actually, got
auction.
how does one?
yeah, do the
sold
auction
to me.
segment.
We're auctioning off our clothing. So. No,
The clothes we're currently wearing.
Yeah.
if you subscribe now to our podcast and donate money to us, we will send you our
sell.
clothing. But we were talking about how I came to love Texas. Like
Okay.
I was born and raised in New York, and I've never really felt like I fit in New York.
Okay.
Just because of my personality
Okay.
and how I am as a person.
Okay.
And the moment I came to Texas, I knew that this is where I needed to be.
Why do you
Okay.
think that is though? Just based on your like past experiences?
Was it a gut feeling? Is it something you can't articulate?
Yeah, yes and no. It's like there's something inside of me that said that this is where I needed to be.
Okay. Where was it?
Well, the first place I ever came to was Denton, Texas.
No, I'm asking where was that feeling? Where was it in your body?
What part of your body?
Okay, I'll give you some zones. 1.
You can't. For those who are listening, you can't see. Ryan is pointing to various parts of his
It was
body.
in my bicep, actually. My bicep and my testicles. Those are the 2 places that I knew I needed to be in Texas.
Wow. Continue.
No, I just knew I needed to be here because the amount of creativity and art that the city like appreciates
Yeah.
is something that I've always looked for in New York and never really found.
Okay.
And also,
Is that what you were looking for when you were going all those places?
Yeah.
In New York?
Well,
Unintentionally looking for that because you were
Yeah.
touring.
Were you looking
but
for
then
love?
you stumbled upon it.
Yes. Looking
Were
for
you
love.
looking for acceptance?
Were you?
Were you looking for the what's it called? Holy Grail?
You know,
Yeah,
it.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
I don't know,
that wasn't even gonna be funny if I had said it on time. Go ahead.
Well, Austin is what kind of sold me.
Austin,
complete-
California.
Austin, California.
TM.
TM. Austin's what sold me to the idea of moving to Texas because it has a little bit of everything that I've ever wanted in it. And it's Texas, but it's not.
How did you get here? By land or sea?
That's a good question.
Air.
Whoa.
I flew here. And I'd say about 50% of the stuff that I possess is still in New York.
Okay.
What's there?
Do you feel half full or half empty?
Yes, because of my playing card collection and a decent portion of my Magic collection is actually still in New York.
Okay.
Do you mean Magic the game or just Magic like your power? Like just general magical
Would you
power?
say that when you left those things behind, you felt like part of your identity was left behind?
I'm a bit of
Do you know who you were?
I'm a bit of a chameleon.
I guess we know what we're calling this podcast.
Chameleon.
Something chameleon related?
I don't know. I feel
That's
like
a good song, by the way.
Karma Chameleon.
No.
Something chameleon. Is that a song title? Something chameleon
It's a Herbie
related?
Hancock song.
Is it?
Hancock. Oh, I know that song. Yeah.
We're getting copyright strikes.
The point of this podcast is
become...
the point
Dude,
of this
that's a sick
podcast.
Herbie Hancock song.
Dude, I love Herbie Hancock.
He's great.
He's great.
When he went like really new metal, yeah.
When him and Hans Zimmer collabed.
Dude, I keep forgetting what we're talking about.
Dude, I honestly, like, I think I'm like, man, this is finally when the podcast is gonna start going in
And
the
now
direction.
we're just fucking just like.
But you know what? Don't fight it, man.
That's really good to hear while I'm on the episode. That's great.
It has
that,
nothing
like,
to do with you, Grant.
It has
I don't
everything to
know.
do with you. This is your
honestly,
fault.
honestly, Grant, you are the funnest.
Hold on, dude. Don't insult the other cast.
Sorry, Jesus.
We haven't put out the Jesus episode yet.
All right.
when we
so,
get to 50 subscribers,
We're already at 50,000.
50 would be a low bar for Jesus. Like,
All right, 50. We got Jesus on next week. Jesus like, yo, what up? I'm from the Bronx.
I will say this has been
how they
a lot of fun,
Damn, you pounded that whiskey, bro.
dude. I am fucking wasted.
All right,
had a
well,
bad
I'll
day.
keep this going. I'll keep this going.
continue. Sorry.
Dude, we can edit most of this out. And
That's what we said episode 3, and then you know what happened? We put the whole damn thing out.
All the parts that we said we would edit out, we kept in the podcast.
We were like, oh, this is true.
But did anybody say anything negative about you leaving?
yeah, one guy said, fuck you. So I was
No.
like, maybe we should stop doing this.
No. If anything, people said that we should stop being insecure.
Dude, I've needed to hear that my whole life.
Me too.
Me too.
Dude, are we all insecure?
I think us and everyone else in the world.
I was gonna say I think most people are insecure in a
Yeah.
very, at least that's part of their
And,
identity.
and it's
Yeah.
funny because
That is identity.
most people, when they're like, "Hey, man, that's really good," and I'm like,
do you want people to like
careful with
at least
that,
tell you
huh?
like why it's good
Be
instead
careful
of just
where you
like
point
giving you
that.
praise?
yes, I don't care so much for praise.
Yeah.
It's just more of like the process of where I got. It's like, hey, I noticed this, and this. It's like, it's more of like, hey, I noticed that you did this and this, rather than like, hey, that's really good. It's more of like, hey, I respect.
Hey, I respect you, bro.
I respect you, bro.
Yo, man, chameleon to chameleon, respect.
Respect. What are we, Steve Brule?
I wish.
Dude,
But-
I love John C. Reilly.
Oh, dude. Oh man.
He is like, John C. Reilly is on all parts of the spectrum. He can either be the dumbest
Autism
motherfucker.
spectrum?
He's on
Yeah,
the
that's where I
spectrum.
thought. That's where I thought that was going.
John C. Reilly is a god to me because he
Let's
can.
have him on. We'll have Jesus and then God.
And then God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
more
I'm
subscribers.
sorry, Grant, if I offended you when I said Jesus was the best magician because he
Oh,
was.
Oh no, dude, that was I mean that
Flashback
that's-
episode 4, and
Yeah.
we'll put the audio in here.
No, that's one of like the OG like funny Family Guy bits. Is like they go back in
Oh,
time.
you
and
stole that
Jesus-
from Family Guy?
I honestly
Oh,
didn't know
you
it was a-
motherfucker.
more copyright. There we
You
go.
stole that from Family Guy. You
No,
put it on the
exactly.
podcast. You try to pass it off.
It's where Jesus is kind of doing like the and like changing
Yeah,
like
yeah.
changing like his
No,
like hands
It's
behind his head.
One thing that I've always thought about is like the whole thing about Jesus.
He's dope as fuck.
Dude,
Dopest rapper.
respect for Jesus. I'm not a very religious person, but Jesus is fucking awesome.
Dude, careful, bro.
Yeah,
I'm getting real controversial.
I
over
know.
here.
No, I know.
Also, that is very kind of you to apologize on that behalf, but there is no
Yeah,
offense
but
taken.
honestly, the
No,
huge
honestly-
bitch move, though. You
me personally,
gotta stand by what you say, you know.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Oh,
I mean,
from-
Jesus was the best magician of
well,
all
dude,
time.
that's I get that a lot. Is that we'll
That
have
Jesus was the
conversation.
best magician. I get that all the time.
Jesus was a chameleon. We get like a lot of. I get a lot of comments and people just kind of treading lightly like you are, and it's kind of like I don't mean
Well,
that in a derogatory
no,
way,
no,
but
no.
like
I
I just mean that people are being very
Are you guys
polite
fighting right now?
towards.
No,
I
we're not
wish.
fighting.
I wish we were.
All right, first of all, I was baptized Roman Catholic.
That means
I-
they threw you into the
They just
Euphrates River.
dunked. They dunked you
Euphrates.
into the just a crocodile infested river.
Achilles
Yeah.
style.
No, I was baptized.
I was
baptized.
baptized.
I was baptized.
Dude, okay, just talk like that, please.
I was baptized Roman Catholic.
I was baptized.
I was baptized. I was baptized. You do not tell me to fuck. So I was
baptized.
I was baptized Roman Catholic.
Ryan, were you baptized?
I was baptized. I was
What
baptized.
style?
I was baptized.
Ranch. I was baptized in a bowl
In,
of
in,
ranch.
in ranch? Okay, they
Yeah.
said at a ranch. In ranch makes it.
It was at a ranch.
One
At a ranch, in
all right,
ranch.
First
In
of all,
ranch, yeah.
one thing that I've noticed about all the episodes of our podcast
Is
there
that
is
they
always
suck.
No, that they have a constant theme.
Ranch.
Ranch, McDonald's,
Diapers.
diapers.
Do you actually feel that way about this
That this
episode,
sucks?
though?
No.
I honestly don't.
I'm trying to be self-deprecating so that if people say it does suck, I'll be like, told you.
I know. Yeah.
That's how I am.
That's how I live life.
I am a
Not good.
pessimist.
Need therapy.
I'm a pessimist strictly for this reason. I'm either always right or pleasantly surprised.
Huh.
I mean, that's a decent strategy, I
Right?
suppose. Yeah.
I don't have a better one.
Anyways, I was baptized Roman Catholic. I grew up going to
Baptized!
Baptized.
Go ahead.
I grew up going.
I'm kind of worried about your salvation and stuff.
Hey man, I've paid my dues. I've talked to Jesus. But I was baptized Roman Catholic. I went to a Catholic preschool.
Preschool?
And
You trying to be a priest, bro?
preschool?
Well done.
Oh.
Well done, Ryan.
No, that
No, I
wasn't
went
a joke.
to I went to
That
a
was-
Catholic preschool.
Unintended. Well done.
I'm so good I don't even know I make a joke.
I was baptized Roman Catholic. I went
Okay.
to a Catholic preschool.
Okay.
My dad and my mom both were Catholic.
Okay.
But later on in life, my dad decided to convert to Christianism.
Not yet. No, I mean you're right because
Yeah.
Catholicism is different from just
Yeah,
being
from
a
Christianity.
non-denominational Christian. Yes.
Exactly.
You're right.
So
Catholicism
now my dad is
not
super
Christianity.
Christian, and it's funny because one time he asked me to go to church with him,
Uh-huh.
and I said no. Just
How old
because
were you, if you don't mind me asking?
I was 20, 21.
Okay. Like,
And-
okay, old enough to where it would have probably hurt his feelings.
And I had to go to band practice because he would go to church at night.
Okay. Catholics. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was a Christian at this point,
Oh.
but it was like a Hispanic Christian.
Classic Christians going to church at night, dude.
Yeah.
So he went to this night Christian church.
Yeah.
And I had to go to band practice. And I told him, I was like, listen, I can't go to church. I have to go to band practice.
Yeah.
And the next day I woke up and I went to go have a bowl of cereal.
And it was
And-
nothing but communion wafers.
No, the milk was bad. And I was like, Dad, the milk is bad. Why didn't you throw it out? And he's like, well, maybe if you went to church, the milk wouldn't be bad.
He left the
Whoa,
milk there.
dude.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's smart.
He was like, yeah.
Or it was actually an act of God and he like just smited the milk.
Smited.
Smitten? Smited?
Smitten is when you
Smited.
love somebody. Or it's what you wear on your hand in winter.
Smitten.
You
That was
okay?
good. That
You'll recover, bro. I promise.
was good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Recovery has
I'm
been
here for
90% of
comedic
my
relief.
life.
While we talk about spoiled milk.
In religion.
Sorry, continue though, Ryan. Unless you're pulling up a question. Sorry. I didn't mean it's
So you're a philosopher.
it's y'all's podcast. Do as you
So you're a
wish.
philosopher.
Sure. I'll say sure. I said yes earlier. I redact that.
Do you know where the Sorcerer's Stone is? Or is it the Philosopher's Stone?
Well, that's so.
Is it the same stone?
Yeah. Fun fact: before the film / book was renamed the Sorcerer's Stone, the actual
Which
name
book?
in the UK, like the first Harry Potter book, it was called
Harry
the
Potter?
Philosopher's Stone. That's true.
It was called that.
It was called the Philosopher's Stone, and then it got changed to the Sorcerer's
For
Stone.
copyright reasons?
I don't know.
Damn.
J.K. Rowling's kind of in a lot of trouble
Yeah.
lately, though.
Stephen King and what was it, Margaret Atwood? A bunch of
Who?
authors came together and pro-trans, which is cool.
Who's the second name you said besides
Listen.
Stephen King?
Morgan Atwood? I don't know. I'm not trying to be a news guy here, but
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Huh. Imagine Morgan Freeman writing a book. What it would be about.
Morgan Freeman is immortal.
I hope.
I hope
He's
dude.
amortal.
He's immortal. Very distinct difference.
Astute observation there. That guy is immortal, dude.
He is immortal. Yeah.
He's immortal.
Y'all ever been in the ocean?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. What?
Really? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, he's
yes
lying,
to
dude.
no.
He's lying. Look at his eyebrows.
Look at my eyebrows.
Yeah.
My
They're poised in deceit.
my unwaxed.
Dude, this shit ain't waxed either, bro. This is all
Dude.
natch.
All natch. I've never heard that.
All natch.
All natch, bro.
All natch.
I'm trying to have. I'm not trying to like. I'm trying to do this instead of have fucking hats. I'm trying to have my
Hats?
eyebrows shield the sun.
One time.
That's the
eyes.
purpose of eyebrows is to shield, like, stop sweat from going into your eyes.
No, I
right?
mean like block light.
Oh, like protrude outwards. Like
Yeah,
you want it
I'm
to
looking for
actually-
a heavy 6 inches.
You want your eyebrows to become the bill of your hat.
That's what
like
I'm saying,
naturally.
bro.
I see.
All right. Have you ever gotten
Thank
your
you.
eyebrows done?
No.
Have you gotten your eyebrows
You have,
done?
though, because I can tell by the way you're asking.
Yes, I have. 3 times.
3 times.
Yes.
3?
Yeah.
All-
I
the same
dated
day?
a girl who was going to school for cosmetology and to be an esthetician.
She's trying to be an astronaut?
Eyebrow school.
Yeah, when she went to eyebrow school. So
she went to space.
I, let
I
her do
majored in
my
eyebrows.
I've got my eyebrows done 3 times.
Have you ever had your eyebrows shaved off?
No.
Why
Do you
not?
want them shaved off?
No, but there was
Dude,
a
shave
girl.
him on this podcast, we'll get like 100 listens, bro.
We'll get enough listens to get Jesus on the back on the podcast.
Jesus would be like, you guys need my
you know
help.
him, so you know.
I mean, there it is. Hopefully, do. Cheers to Jesus.
Cheers to Jesus.
I'm not religious, but I am. Only when it's convenient.
I'm not.
I gotta go turn the oven on.
I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual.
No, I'm not spiritual. I'm not.
Do you mean spiritual in like the kind of like postmodern stereotypical way that people think about
No. I do believe in spirits. I do believe in ghosts.
Uh-huh.
But it's weird when it comes to God. I know that there's something there.
it? Okay. You don't know if it's like the Christ. Like you don't know
No,
if it's like
and that's the thing is like for me, religion. I respect every aspect of any religion.
Scientology.
That's
There it is.
dude.
That's the Mormonism.
Mormonism.
There's a great musical about that.
Yes, there is. No, I mean growing
We
up.
got to Mormonism.
So you're a philosopher.
No.
What is the best way to cook a steak?
Medium rare.
Absolutely.
Medium rare?
Now the question is, what kind of oil do you use?
Truffle.
Crude oil.
Truffle.
Crude oil.
Truffle oil.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Bro,
Truffle
you
oil.
flexing on us, bro?
That,
Sorry.
I just didn't even think of that as an option. Yeah, I'm all
Truffle
about that.
oil and steak. And steak is best cooked with just salt and pepper. You
Yeah.
don't season.
You don't need anything else.
You don't need anything else. If you cook the steak right, all you need is salt, pepper, and a little bit of truffle
Dude, can you
oil.
imagine somebody? I mean, I'm sure it's been done so many times, but I've never had like a pre-marinated steak, something that's just sitting
Yeah.
like in a marinade for a while or anything like that.
You never done that?
No, I don't think so.
Coming from a Hispanic background.
For a long time, at least, I should say, like 24-hour, kind of like you know, like
You
you're
should
gonna
do
cook
it,
some
man.
ribs or something.
What's stopping you?
Coming from a Hispanic background.
Live out your dreams, brother.
Wealth disparity.
Live out your dreams.
live out your dreams.
Only,
Marlon Brando.
If I have a message for anyone, is live out your dreams.
is Marlon
End of the
Brando
podcast.
still alive?
Absolutely not, bro. He's been dead for like 20 years. Is that true?
Marlon
Yeah.
Brando.
I mean, I'm
He
just-
got fat as fucking keeled over and
So we were talking about.
Dude, I hope when I die, that's the last thing I say.
I hope that's the last noise I make when I die.
your family around you. Your last.
I'm like, all right, guys, you ready for this?
All right. If you were to die, how would you want to die?
Ooh.
If you were to
Aggressively, violently.
die, if you were to die, how would you want to die?
I just told you. In a
Oh.
fiery explosion.
You didn't say that. You said aggressively and violently.
Those describe fiery explosions.
If you were to die, Grant, how would you want to die?
If you were to die, we're all gonna die, bro.
Like Morgan Freeman, he's
Not
immortal.
me.
He is immortal, bro.
I'm just like Morgan Freeman. I am immortal.
Immortal.
We are similar in this way.
We are all Morgan Freeman today.
In this regard, in this exact
On this
moment in time.
podcast, we're all Morgan
What
Freeman.
if there's like Morgan Freeman
Hello.
Day when
I'm
the
Morgan
moon
Freeman.
when the moon coincides
I am
with
immortal.
Jupiter at this exact time? We are all Morgan Freeman.
I am Morgan
Yeah,
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
I am immortal. That's the worst Morgan Freeman impression I've ever heard.
One of the,
For me?
From me, bro.
From me. From you.
me.
Your name's
What?
Ryan.
Your name's Ryan.
My name's Ryan.
No, it's not.
It's your name.
You just changed your name to Ryan because of the podcast.
Yeah. My name is actually Helmet.
Alfonso.
wait. What did you say?
All right, if I
Helmet.
have a
Is
son,
that Helmut?
yeah,
2 T's.
yeah, it's
Helmet?
actually I believe it's Russian. I
It's
could
either
be
Russian
wrong.
or a Viking name.
Yeah. Helmet is actually a real name.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Seriously,
I mean, I believe you, bro, but
it is.
you just really,
I'm gonna look this up.
you really wanted us to believe it.
I want this to be true. Yeah.
No, it is. I sold
is.
on the internet.
I saw on the internet.
I was trying to look up bike helmets and it brought up a Russian guy. Lee's like, why you search my name? And I was like, I'm trying to find a fucking helmet, bro.
Well, this is an awesome name, actually. The first person who comes up when I typed in helmet, Helmut, was Helmut Norpoth, who was a political scientist.
Oh, I remember him.
Oh, yeah,
He was German, yeah.
He's German.
I said Russian, but German, it's the same.
German, Russian, Swiss, Swedish, same thing.
German, Russian, Swedish.
German, Russian.
German, Russian, Swedish.
Y'all ever heard Swedish fish? Over easy?
I hate them.
Oh, medium rare Swedish fish, barrel aged, organic, grass fed, free range,
Braised.
Braised.
braised, brined.
Oh, man. I got drunker than I expected.
It's okay.
That's okay.
We'll throw
that's
this
part
one
of
out.
that's part of the process.
We won't upload this.
Yeah, we will. We have to. It's Grant, dude. I fucking love Grant. I can't
we can have
not
Grant
have
on.
him on the podcast.
Again, very comforting. No, we're gonna throw this one out. We're an hour and a half in.
Dude, yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
you, Grant.
No.
Yeah. We'll throw it away. But we'll have you on we'll have you on
No,
again.
no,
and
no,
we'll do it again. And this time I won't ask you if you're a philosopher.
I'm
I
sorry.
think that's part of the charm. Is asking me on multiple occasions.
All right, well, let's ask some questions.
Feedback.
Let's
Okay.
ask.
I'll get live feedback.
sounded like
I'm
Toki.
here. I'm present.
All right, bro.
I sounded like Toki from Metalocalypse. Well, we ask some questions.
Dude, I love Metalocalypse.
Oh my god, me too.
Oh man, murder face. Good times.
Many years ago, something grew inside your mother. That thing was you.
Ryan, what were you gonna say?
I'm trying to think of a scenario.
Just like a bit.
Just like a question to ask you.
All right, let's just riff.
That's what we're doing, bro.
Pacific Rim.
Dude, sequel
Not,
not
a
good.
fan. Not
Really?
a
What
fan.
about
Like,
Atlantic Rim?
Not
I was
even-
thinking of something
You're
else.
more
actually.
of an Atlantic Rim type of lad.
I'm more of a chili rim.
Hell yeah, margaritas.
You guys want a margarita, like with our whiskey?
We don't have the means to the end.
You should have told me I have a margarita machine at home.
You have a fucking margarita machine?
I have a
Is it a
fucking
Margaritaville? I refuse.
Yes,
It's
it
not.
is a margarita.
Okay. Well, I'm in there.
Dude, bring that shit next time.
I will. Dude,
That's what this podcast
I
has
have
been
a full
missing.
bar at my house. Not even kidding. Like, I have 6 types of tequila.
Do you have a
3
full-time
types of-
staff that are just like hanging
No,
out there?
I am
He's
the
got a
full-time
name.
staff.
He's got a guy named Richard, and he stands there. He's like, "What do you want, eh? I pour you whatever you want."
Man,
babe."
a
He's got
bar-
no pants on and just a shirt.
Dude, that's literally my attire whenever I'm not in public.
You wear a
Yes.
t-shirt and nothing else.
Nothing else.
Why the Donald Duck?
Dude,
as
that
they
just
say.
doesn't seem reasonable.
Why?
I'm in my
even
home.
when you
It
cook?
doesn't need to
No,
be
but
when you
no, no,
cook,
no, hold on.
because if you cook like that, it's dangerous.
Dude, I cooked a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich this morning without a shirt on, and I regretted it.
Why? You got burns all over your body.
Bacon. Yeah.
You got bacon on your body? Or
So that's why your day sucked. you got covered in bacon.
I wasn't wearing
He's
a
up
shirt.
rolling around on the ground covered
Man,
in
if I
strips
was-
of bacon.
Man,
How
if-
did this happen?
I woke up, I got up, I took a shower, I rolled in bacon, and now my day is fucked.
Man, if I was wearing the shirt, the bacon wouldn't have got all over me. That's a bummer.
Dude, I'm
Bacon
telling you,
bummer.
shirt, nothing else.
Nothing else.
No diaper.
What is the rationale behind wearing a shirt and nothing else? Like, what is like?
Freedom.
Does it?
Freedom.
No, but like, why not? Why just be fully nude then? You know?
I will say something.
Because
Sure.
that's unacceptable. That's
day-
inappropriate.
I was completely nude, and all I was wearing was socks.
That's not nude.
That's not nude.
You're already not nude.
All
Yep.
right.
Invalidated.
Yes.
Dude, stop
Damn it.
talking, bro.
Destroyed.
Dude.
Dunked
we
on.
fucking got
Wrecked. Yeah, we fucking got him. Yeah. I'll
God
bump
damn
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'm always singled out.
Should have been wearing a shirt while you were making bacon, bro.
Shouldn't have been wearing pants.
My casual attire for my home life is just socks and Adidas slides.
Specifically, Adidas
That's it?
slides.
Yeah.
Are those the ones with like the weird surface in the bottom?
Yeah.
Kind of
Gucci
like.
flip flops.
No, I can't afford
Does Gucci
those.
have flip flops?
Yeah, dude. You ever heard of Future?
Like the artist?
Never had
No,
one.
just the future.
Like the idea of the future?
Just like the concept of there's time beyond this one.
What? I'm
Bro,
a
come on. I thought you were a philosopher.
Nah, man, I'm a goldfish. I exist in this exact
Dude,
moment.
goldfish, so much sodium. Let's
Dude,
be honest.
for real. Seriously.
Let's be honest.
When you say
Also-
so much sodium, do you mean that you've tried a goldfish?
I will say this.
Yeah. Have you not?
Not, well, ramen noodles.
Yes. The answer is
Packaged kind.
Sure.
yes. Isn't everything packaged?
Yes. Yes, it is. All right, so the packaged ramen noodles that just say ramen noodles.
Yes.
You mean the Maruchan?
Yes. If you
Maruchan
don't
noodles.
use the packet that comes with it,
And you put an
good.
egg in there.
But if you use the packet, there's like 1,000 milligrams of sodium.
It's literally sodium.
It's a lot of
It's
sodium.
powdered sodium.
Yeah.
It's powdered sodium.
It's
Yeah.
sodium.
You know what's funny?
What?
All right, we played a show at the Jersey Shore in my old band.
Is that with Pauly D?
No.
And Snooki and the gang.
No.
Who are the other? So all I know is
Jay
Pauly D and
Wow?
Snooki. Is that a? Oh, I
Snooki's
forget.
from my hometown.
Is that true?
No way.
Yes.
Did you ever meet her?
She said that.
There we
all
go.
right,
Get back to those
All right.
characters.
Snooki is from. She said she was from
Poughkeepsie?
Poughkeepsie, New York, but she's not. She's from Marlboro, New York.
Marlboro, the cigarettes,
Yes.
21s, Silvers,
24s.
28s.
Marlboro 24s.
29s, 30s.
Who smoked a cigarette?
I can't riff on this. I've actually never smoked a cigarette.
Dude.
Well, that means
I'm not
you're,
kidding.
that means you're
all right,
basically
first of all,
immortal.
I want to say,
Yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
Don't
But
ever.
shut the fuck up.
No.
Just kidding.
get it.
I'm sorry. I thought that's where you were going, dude.
I
I'm
see
sorry.
both sides
I'm sorry.
here. Yes.
I thought that's where you were going. I wanted to join in and be a part.
I farted.
You're gonna edit that out, aren't you?
Probably not. All right.
That was
good
Ryan
for you
S.
for
that
not
did that,
smoking
by
a
the way.
cigarette. I've been smoking cigarettes since I've been 12 years old. I appreciate people who've never smoked a cigarette because there's no point in smoking a cigarette. If you smoke a cigarette, most likely you'll get addicted to it. I have been addicted to nicotine for a majority of my life. I started with cigarettes, then I went to vaping. Now I'm using these things. It's just a pouch of nicotine that goes in your lip. Don't ever do it because it will control your life. We'll edit that out.
And no, that's a good PSA for people listening. Don't smoke that cigarette. You might
Hey.
look cool. Actually, you know what? You look pretty cool. Smoke that cigarette.
I'm not trying to add to I'm not trying to make you think about it more.
Yeah.
Add
But
to like how you're
this
feeling.
guy's a philosopher. He's all about thinking.
I love thinking.
I'm not trying to like add to just your
Guilt, your shame.
I'm not trying to add to how you feel about it, but what is it like? What is the effect? Like, what is the
All right.
physiological effect of
When when you first smoke a cigarette,
They don't call him Whiskey Dick anymore for a reason.
that? We as in you and I.
We as in him and you.
Oh,
and me,
In my.
and my.
and my
Welcome to me, myself, and mine.
me, myself, and Mayan.
Me, myself, and my addiction.
Can you 5
New
episodes
podcast.
in? 5 episodes in, just completely change the tone of the
It's like,
whole.
you guys
of the
thought
whole
this was like
podcast.
a lighthearted comedy podcast? Well, guess what?
What is the difference? Again, I'm not trying to contribute. I'm
No,
curious.
you're
What is
fine.
the difference between Adderall and Xanax? Like,
All right, Adderall is a drug used for people who have ADHD. If you don't have ADHD and you do Adderall, it basically it's a college drug. So let's say you need to stay up all night because you need to finish a project. You'll do Adderall.
You'll do ADHD.
You'll do ADHD.
Imagine ADHD was a drug.
Sounds like it. Yeah, MDMA. You got
it
ADHD.
does. Any-
MDMA, PSA, you know.
Any
The DPS,
any
the
ac-
DMV.
NFL, NBA, WNBA, just any acronym.
Yeah, you guys got any
Any
NHLs?
acronym that's anywhere from 2 to 4 letters.
You guys
is
got
a
the
drug.
IRS for that or
Anything
what?
from and.
Man.
And?
All right,
The fuck do those words
Let's
mean?
start to a sentence.
dude.
Did
I'm
you, do you have a
wasted.
disassociative episode?
Huh?
Disassociative?
Who are you?
Yep, he's having one right now.
Dystopian.
He's completely dissociated.
Ryan, I saw the.
This is
All right.
this is unlike any podcast we've had so far,
again. I don't.
and I
you
don't
guys-
think it's in a bad way.
I was gonna say you made it sound like
no, it's not bad.
Hey!
up until this point you've made it sound like it was a bad thing.
I don't think it's bad. I will listen to this tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I got a long drive. I'll listen to it.
You go into
I'm going
Austin,
to
California?
NorCal.
NorCal.
Wait, really?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's where you're. There we go.
yeah. I'm driving all the way there.
I can't tell if you're.
We're in Austin, California. It's not that far.
Oh yeah, it's only.
That's true, yeah, it's
it's
not
only
that far.
30 minutes.
Yeah, Northern California is 30 minutes from us, bro.
All right.
Okay.
Music. Yes.
That's a transition music.
God, I don't even know what to ask. I actually have some
All right.
questions.
So
Yeah, what questions do you have? I'm curious.
if you had Desert Island, what 5 albums you bringing?
5 albums. Oh wow. That's actually a good music question. For Those Who Have Heart by A Day to Remember. You Are My Sunshine by Copeland.
Ooh.
I've seen them before.
Yes, I've seen them live.
Good times. Probably another Day to Remember album. I do Common Courtesy. Came out when I was a senior in high school. Good times.
Nice. Good memories.
When the End Began by Silent Planet.
Oh yeah, Silent Planet's dope.
What is that? Four albums in. And I would do Illmatic by Nas.
Nas?
Yeah.
I love Nas.
Yeah.
I
is
fucking
dope.
love Nas.
Yeah, Nas was, going back to what we were saying about Linkin Park and like that kind of whole, like going all the way back
Linkin
to
Park and
Here
Nas.
I go, that whole thing. Like,
Nas was in Linkin Park, right?
I wish.
He was a lead guitarist.
Nas was
Can you imagine? Oh,
I
man.
am imagining
Man,
it's
Linkin
real.
Park was so weird. They had like,
They had like 80 dudes on stage.
yeah, they had like
They were all playing.
They had a
guitar.
DJ, a synth guy, like a rapper. They had Chester, Rip. They had guitarist, bassist.
They had that one guy
drummer.
that was always doing the worm.
Dude, oh my
Are you
God.
talking about Gogo Bordello?
Gargonzola.
I love.
Dude, Gogo
Bordello
Bordello is so sick.
Garbanzo?
No, Gogo.
They have the most fucking metal guy of all time playing the
For real.
violin up there,
Dude,
like just swole
Gogo
with a big
Bordello
beard.
is a band that I saw by accident.
Ryan, do you know this band?
Nope.
Oh,
They were-
So stop talking about it.
All right, so Gogo Bordello.
let's talk about
I'm just
bands that
kidding.
I know.
You guys ever heard of Creed?
Creed.
I'm more of a Trapped guy.
I'm more of a 3 Days Grace kind of guy.
I'm more of a three doors down kind of guy.
3 doors down. 3
3 days
Grace.
down.
3 days. 3 doors.
have become.
3 doors, Grace.
3 doors Grace.
Three sheets to the wind.
What instruments can you play, Grant?
Skin flute.
There it is.
Grant.
Are we all?
Man, you're really that was a quick trigger
wait, put
there.
that away.
Yeah. You guys can't see right now, but I am showing Ryan how I play the skin flute.
We'll edit that out.
Which Ryan, you don't know? Oh, you'll edit that out?
Yeah, what do you play? What do you play, bro? Are you making a call on your phone?
Oh no, am I? No.
I wish.
You calling 911, bro?
Yeah, dude. I need
Just
some
tell
help.
us if you got a problem.
Yeah, I
man.
need some help. I'm fucking wasted.
Hey, 911. I need help.
Good lead.
What do you play?
No, I mean, I was
You're a philosopher, right?
Dude.
I mean, I really wasn't kidding earlier. Like, I can play, a few power chords on a guitar. I can do like some scales, but that's it, man. I can just, I can just yell things.
Gun to your
the-
head.
Gun to my head.
Could you play Eruption by Van Halen?
Dude, man, rip. By the way, man, what a
Let's talk about that.
eruption.
What's the deal with people dying, huh?
It's crazy, man. It's been happening for the entire history of the human race. I think, right?
Yeah. So, what as a philosopher, what do you think?
Morgan
about,
Freeman will die.
What do you think about that?
I don't want to think about that.
About the idea of death?
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
You're cool with it. You've accepted your death.
Yeah, I think everybody should.
Should, but don't people run around running away from it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, USA is all about that, man.
Just, what is it called?
You know
know?
it.
That thing that I was trying to say. You know what I'm talking about?
Death.
Yeah, death. That's what it was. Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, going back to what I think about death.
Yeah. So, you got a question?
Yeah, I got a question.
No more whiskey on these podcasts, dude.
Nah, dude, it's funny because before I got here, I was like, "Hey, we should have whiskey every podcast." And now I'm like,
Well, okay, let's
Well,
do
I
some
mean,
math here.
there were-
Let's do some math. All right,
Math, okay.
We're
"Hey,
operating
math,
a high level.
I failed
All right, so we've
geometry.
done. This will be the 5th podcast if we're lucky.
No,
Of the podcasts.
we need to have this episode out, and Grant has to be
Okay,
a part of it.
well, sober Ryan can make that decision tomorrow when you listen to this fucking
Hey,
abomination.
when I listen to this
Well, listen to me. So
abomination,
We've done. Wow. We've done 5 episodes, right, including this one. How many of them were we drinking whiskey?
well, to be honest,
No, answer my question. I'm trying to trap you.
Fuck.
In a logic hole. 2, right?
Well, technically, too. Yeah, this is
The answer is 2. Not even.
But we
technically.
didn't even-
How many of those episodes sucked?
none.
Touche.
2 fucking Shay. 3 fucking
got-
Shay.
beat
It's
me at my own
crazy
game,
because we
dude.
think that they suck, and then
Dude,
I
I think
send
that
it
this
to
sucks right
people.
now.
I think that all right.
You know what? You being drunk right now is relatable because we've all been there. Just most people haven't been recording it and putting it out for perpetuity. You know, for anyone to listen. Let me just be clear about that. Anybody in the world can listen to this. And on that note, look, no more whiskey on the podcast.
No more whiskey on the podcast.
Dude.
All right. No. We need to make this work.
Well, it's a little late for that.
I think I can salvage it.
Okay, well, you got about 5 minutes.
Fuck.
8:35.
I just want this podcast to be good because Grant's here and I love him and I don't want this to be shitty. But then again, every time I think that it's shitty, I listen to it and then I put it out and I'm like, it's actually not that bad.
You know what? I think we just got to keep going with these. I think we got to record them and just fucking put them out.
Going.
And we're going to have gems and we're going to figure out what works. And then we're going to have other shit. And you have been a great guest. I want to make that clear. Like
You've been awesome.
You've been great. This has been really easy. I think for some reason I'm in my head today.
Yeah,
I honestly didn't have a great day either. It was fucking super stressful. And the whole day I was thinking like, fuck, I hope this doesn't carry over into the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it fucking did. So, but that's life. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's art.
That's
it's organic
life.
and it's natural, and you guys are just a testament to like your lives are now like incorporated into the podcast. You're creating.
So our lives are shit shows.
So bad for
Podcast is
people.
shit
I mean, that's just part of it,
But dude, you know what? That's life. This guy's a goddamn philosopher.
Also,
What you just said just pumped me up. I'm ready to make 5 more of these.
dude, I love this.
This podcast?
Yeah.
I do too.
I
Real
love
talk,
it.
dude.
This is this is new for you guys.
Also,
for the
Grant,
podcast.
I just want to say thank you so much for being here. And also, thank you for being the first person to donate any type of money to us.
Thank you for doing that.
You started a trend because at this point we are making
$500 million.
Hold on, dude. You're not talking about the account.
You're almost to the Jesus money.
Yeah, we're almost making Jesus money, bro.
No, I
making
wish.
Jesus money.
Dude, Jesus was a goddamn billionaire, all right? But listen,
I mean, that's a whole other conversation.
dude, I really appreciate you being on the show. Honestly, yeah, you were one of the first people to reach out and say that you listened and that you enjoyed the podcast, and that was huge coming from you. So we really appreciate that. We definitely want to have you on again under more sober circumstances.
Don't look at me.
But thank you for being here. Really, truly.
Seriously.
Thank you for having me. I mean,
Appreciate
I generally try to support like friends' art, no matter what
Dude,
it is. Like even if
Me too.
I mean,
I
like
love supporting my
Yeah.
friends. Like, it doesn't matter.
Physically,
Yeah, physically.
I got you, bro. Trustful now.
Trustful.
that's like the whole point though, is
We
that
are-
I have been like fortunate to see kind of like the start of y'all's rapport, like in
Right.
getting to know each other and seeing like the beginnings of what like led to this podcast
Led to
being
this-
made.
this
so
moment.
this
This
unique,
unfortunate moment.
this unique moment in history. But no, I mean, I'm glad to support you guys and be here. And yeah, I mean, don't thank me. Like, I'm glad to be here. Glad to support y'all's art and y'all's time here, and that's part of it, right? It's art.
I will
ultimately.
say
hopefully,
this.
hopefully.
You are the first person to give me inspiration and hope about this podcast. Because at first we were just kind of like, yeah, whatever, we're just going to do a bunch of stuff. And then like the moment you texted both of us,
Yeah.
I was like, dude, this might be something.
That's what I was trying to say. So like the first like 3 episodes of this podcast that we recorded, the whole time I was like, I don't even think we'll put these out. Like, and I thought that we shouldn't, to be
Yeah.
quite honest with you. Like,
Why do you think that is, though? I mean, we kind of talked about it earlier, but why, like, for the first 3 specifically?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what my expectations were, but I was like, people aren't going to want to listen to this. Why would people want to listen to 2 guys make fart jokes?
It's like a lot of podcasts, though. That's the
Right.
thing, you know? Yeah.
Well, that's what you realize is like,
I guess as artists or people who are creative in nature, you can relate, and I'm sure you can relate. When you create something, you are always the worst critic of your own art.
Unless you're a narcissist.
I wish I was. Life would be
probably a lot
so
easier.
much easier.
Life would be a lot easier, yeah.
But I'm not. I'm not a narcissist. At least I don't think I am.
The jury's out on that one.
Yeah, it is.
I'm kidding. You're not a narcissist.
But for real, man, like, it means a lot for you to be here. And for us to, you know, like, we had this idea for, like, over a year, I feel like.
Probably even more than that, dude.
More than that. Like, since the
long
moment we
time.
started talking.
Dude,
Like,
honestly, I've always wanted to make a podcast.
me
Here was a
too.
question for you guys that I had, actually.
Yeah,
This
go
would be
ahead.
good.
Spit.
I just keep spitting.
It's like, oh, God. That
Like
was a
he's
question.
actually spitting.
He's not coming back.
What was a? Do you guys recall a specific conversation that you guys had? Just first hanging out with each other and like building the rapport or whatever, just riffing. That you were like this is natural. This feels good. Like we could do a podcast off of this kind of thing. Maybe not podcast level, but you get what I mean.
Well, I would say the first things that we wanted to start making together. Well, first we wanted to make music together.
Yeah, music. Just because we both.
We both make music.
You guys
And
also
we
have,
might
like-
still do that.
You guys also have like different like kinds of musical like taste.
But they overlap a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, they
it's
definitely
like-
overlap. I mean,
it's
that's
like
what's like.
there's some
your
things.
new record sounds like it's going to be a little heavier too,
Right,
based
yeah.
on like what
It
I've heard,
is.
which is like cool. You know,
Thanks.
I didn't like it before.
Shit before that sucked. I agree.
Nah, man.
I don't think I've ever actually heard your music.
Really,
Yeah.
Man, I guess not.
And I don't.
Dude, I
have
still
you ever
jam-
heard-
done with
Have you
I
ever
still
heard?
jam 606 on 24th like
Thanks, dude.
often. Yeah, dude.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh
Means a
no,
lot.
yeah, I love December, dude. That's a great record.
Thank you. He's coming back.
He is definitely.
Coming back on the podcast.
It wasn't determined until 2.5 hours
Jesus-
in, or whatever the fuck this is.
Jesus is not coming on the podcast.
Jesus-
Grant's coming on the
Grant
podcast.
comes back before
is
Jesus.
Grant is Jesus. Chameleons.
Chameleons,
We fucking did it,
Jesus.
boys. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to do more of these. We're going to be more sober next time.
Yeah, so I'm so sorry that I had a bad day and I got really drunk.
It's okay. It's all right. It happens to the best of us. Well, Grant, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon.
Ryan and Ryan. Ryan E. Ryan.
Let
All
us
right.
know. Shoot us some questions on our Twitter at Myanmar Podcast.
It's MMAR Podcast, and that's for Twitter and Instagram.
Instagram. We got Instagram too. Reach out to us. Tell us what you think. Give us some questions. Give us some topics. And again, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting the podcast. You guys be good.
All right.
Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast, episode 5 with Grant Diaz. We'll be back with more. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Grant intro.
Hello and welcome to the Ryan and Ryan.
You did it. It's a Me, Myself, and Ryan.
Yeah, no,
But
no. After I said it, I was like, after we've been talking this whole time, my mind,
Dude,
my brain.
we
who
have
else
to
has
do
done
an
that?
episode.
Did
We
I
have
do me and him do that every time.
Dude,
Welcome
every
to
time.
Ryan and Ryan do it all the
Ryan,
time.
fuck.
But it's Me, Myself, and Ryan.
Yes, I'm.
Okay.
So that's the problem.
Okay.
I'm definitely
Okay,
aware of
say,
that.
welcome to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. I'm the guest, Grant.
Well, I was gonna
Or something
Say
like that.
whatever
Well,
the
I
fuck
was-
you
yeah,
Yeah,
want.
actually
so-
say whatever you want.
Yeah, so I was gonna
But just say, but include that in there somewhere.
Do you want me to do it now? While it's,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello and welcome to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. I am neither Ryan nor other Ryan. I am Grant, the guest. Thank you for listening, y'all.
Perfect. Nailed it. One take Drake. You want to do an outro?
Do I want to do an outro?
Or maybe we should do an outro.
I feel like you guys,
I feel like-
you guys should do the outro.
Okay.
Let's do the outro. Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast, episode 5 with Grant Diaz. We'll be back with more. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Truly appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. I am one part of the Ryans. That was shitty. Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast.
You got it, bro.
Are you thinking too hard about it now?
Yeah. Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast, where you can listen to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast.
Dude, we say that every single episode. Every single fucking episode.
Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Me, Myself, and Ryan podcast. I am Ryan, one other. Fuck!